Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning to all my fellow teachers and fellow friends. Another play. The sun has done a beautiful day, but my name is Unku Aisyah Zahara binti Unku Muhammad Fadli. My school is SK Taman SEROJA. My school code is BBA 9220. The title of the book that I am going to read today is called 365 Stories and Rhymes, Tales of Magic and Wonder. This book holds 381 pages. This book is published by Paragon Books Ltd 2016. The original stories is from Bev Shoshan. Thumbelina. This book tells a story about a poor woman who lived all alone. She dreamed of having a child of her own with whom she could share her home. One day, she decided to visit a kindly witch that lived at the end of her lane to ask for help. "Take this grain and plant it in a pot," said the witch. "Water it and care for it. The grain will do the rest." Every morning, the woman checked on her precious plant. Within a week, it had grown to a tall flower. The woman, bending down to give the bud a gentle kiss. Pop! The pink flower suddenly opened up its petals. Sitting inside of it was a tiny girl, no bigger than the woman's thumb. The woman was overjoyed. She called the little girl as Thumbelina. Thumbelina and her mother were very happy. Then, one night, while they slept, a warty toad took Thumbelina away. "You will make the perfect wife for my son," hissed the toad, placing Thumbelina on a lily pad in the middle of a stream. Then the toad swam off to find her son. Poor Thumbelina started to cry. She didn't want to marry a toad. "Don't cry, little girl," said a passing fish. "I will help you." The kind fish nibbled to the stem of the lily pad, and it floated free downstream. At last, it drifted to the riverbank, and Thumbelina jumped off. All summer, Thumbelina lived happily among the flowers, but when winter arrived, she was cold and hungry. A kind field mouse invited her to spend the winter in his cozy underground burrow. It was warm and snug, but Thumbelina missed the sunlight. One day, the mouse's friend, a mole, asked Thumbelina to marry him. Thumbelina didn't want to marry the mole and live underground. But as the mouse had been so kind to her, Thumbelina agreed to a wedding following summer. As the wedding day grew closer, Thumbelina became more sad. One morning, she was miserably wandering through the underground tunnel of the mouse's home when she came across a swallow. He was almost dead with cold. "I will help you," said Thumbelina, hugging the bird to her. "Thank you," sighed the swallow. "You have saved my life. I will take you to a place where the sun always shines." Tears ran down Thumbelina's cheeks. "I can't leave," she cried. "I have to marry Mole." "I will never forget what you have done for me," said the swallow, and he left. Summer came around again, and the day of Thumbelina's marriage to Mole. As Thumbelina stepped outside to say goodbye to the sunshine forever, the swallow swooped down. "Quick, come with me," he chirped, and this time Thumbelina didn't refuse. The land of sunshine was full of beautiful flowers. As Thumbelina reached out to touch a pretty bud, its petals opened out to reveal a tiny fairy prince. All around her, little fairies appeared. "Will you marry me?" asked the tiny prince. "I will," replied Thumbelina, grinning joyfully. She knew she had found the place where she truly belonged. Ladies and gentlemen, why did I choose Thumbelina the story? Because Thumbelina is chosen as a beloved story for its timeless themes of resilience, kindness, and self-discovery, despite the protagonist being physically small. The story of Thumbelina teaches me many important lessons. First, I should always be kind and gentle to others because kindness will come back to me. Even though Thumbelina is very small, very, very small, she shows me that I must be brave. The story also reminds me to never give up during hard times because good things will happen if I stay strong. In addition, I should choose my own happiness and decide what's best for my life. Lastly, I should lastly, helping others brings joy, and when I help people, they may help me in return. Thank you.